How you been?
Good.
You good? All good, man.
Thank you, boy.
What's up, little man?
Hey,
Give me
congratulations
five.
to you, too.
Give me five, man.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna be supporting Spence, rooting him on. You know, I just like to support, fighters in his own right. I didn't been in Boots locker room supporting him. So yeah, it's just crazy how the tables turn. When people get to a certain plateau and they forget
Right.
about things.
Well, you didn't even want to shake my hand. I don't got to shake your hand. We get ready to fight. That let me know that Errol Spence is in the right state of mind. He understands he got work to do, pain to put in. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I think Tim Tszyu is looking at it like a lick. Like he think Earl right.
Tszyu fought Errol Spence Jr. Who would win? Who do you think would win? Because
Again, it's
it could happen.
too many variables with Spence. The
Yeah.
one positive variable is he says at a 154 he's going to be stronger. He doesn't have to struggle to make the weight, and he was, it was pretty known news around the business that Spence struggled a lot to make 147. So the one positive, the for Spence, the argument for Spence is at 154 he's more fresh. He's going to be able to breathe a little bit into his body, and it'll be a better version of Errol Spence.
So what would he need a tune-up fight?
Inactivity, not fighting.
He always fought.
Yeah, but he didn't fight every month.
No, he hasn't fought in what, 3-4 years. So now anybody coming back from a 3 or 4 year layoff is gonna want a tune-up fight. Unless you're getting paid a lot of money and you don't have much left. Make the money.
Yeah.
Tim got to come out and be aggressive with a jab and not getting caught up in little arguments where they going back and forth with each other. If they sitting there trading back and forth, they either one of them got a shot. But whoever's being a little bit smarter than the other, I think has a chance. I think that's how this fight goes. I don't think Errol Spence just going there and just bully Tim Tszyu. But I think it'll be spots where he could play bully.
I would never want to fight him coming off an accident like that. Because when I beat him,
Right.
then y'all gonna say
It
it was because of the accident.
Right.
He fight. He beat Danny Garcia. I was in the crowd. I said, nah, he can't beat me. That's the first time I seen Spence fight live. I said,
So you knew then when you seen that?
I'm like, yeah, because it's different on TV than when you watching it up close in person.
Terence Crawford believes many fans are underestimating Errol Spence Jr. ahead of a potential fight with Tim Tszyu. While Spence suffered a tough defeat to Crawford, the undisputed champion says one loss doesn't erase years of dominance. Crawford pointed to Spence's victories over elite opponents like Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, and Yordenis Ugas, explaining that this championship experience could give him a major edge over Tszyu. According to Crawford, Spence's relentless pressure, powerful jab, and devastating body attacks remain some of the best weapons in boxing.
Phoenix Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, the Phoenix came in as I was in the ashes, and it's about rising from the ashes and getting up back to the top. So, again, the rebuild stage began 2 fights ago and still going.
Crawford also praised Tim Tszyu for his toughness, power, and willingness to trade punches, but he believes Tszyu's aggressive style could play into Spence's hands. He explained that Spence is at his best when he slowly breaks opponents down with constant pressure instead of chasing an early knockout. If Spence stays disciplined, controls the pace, and targets Tszyu's body throughout the fight, Crawford believes he has a strong chance of winning either by decision or a late stoppage. However, he admitted that Spence's long layoff could be a concern if he isn't fully prepared.
I'm gonna be in Australia. I'm gonna be.
I know you're gonna be over there. Yeah.
I'm gonna be supporting Spence, rooting him on. I just like to support, fighters in his own right. I didn't been in Boots locker room supporting him. So yeah, it's just crazy how the tables turn. When people get to a certain plateau and they forget about things like that.
We picking Earl?
Of course.
Of course. Sean?
Of course.
Yeah.
Sean better.
We gotta see.
Wow. B side is more towards Tim. I'm definitely towards Errol. I just feel like Errol, even though, you know, we haven't seen him in, 3 years now, I think he still has more than enough to beat Tim. All that said, I hate saying it because I've been over there so many times broadcasting for Tim. I got to look this man in the eyes, and for the first time, I'm gonna have to look him in the eyes like, yo, I know you heard everything I said. So
I told him to his face.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
yeah,
it's cool. It's cool
yeah.
to be see, and this is what I don't understand why people take it so hurtful. When we in like England and places like that overseas, like they tell you, and it's okay, like, hey, you're a great fighter, but I think he's gonna win.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
afterwards, it's all cool. It's just a opinion that they have on one fight. It's cool
And for,
to have different
and,
opinions.
and for me, when it goes the other way, I say, hey, I wasn't in that man's camp. I don't know what he was up to. I wasn't with him the night before his fight. I don't know what he was up to. When he went,
That's an excuse. You make an excuse.
when he went in the ring and did something I didn't think he was gonna do, I ain't know.
No, you gotta just say I was wrong. Just say I was wrong. Put it back
Fuck
behind
that.
us.
Hey, be easy, bub.
Possible showdown has already divided boxing fans around the world. Some believe Tim Tszyu's youth, momentum, and punching power would be too much, while others agree with Crawford that Spence's experience and ring IQ could make the difference. If the fight is officially announced, it has all the ingredients to become one of the biggest boxing events of the year. Whether Crawford's prediction comes true or not, one thing is certain: boxing fans won't want to miss this explosive battle.
You know, and people are saying, man, he looks so slow. He looks so lethargic. He looks, stiff. And I'm watching this, and as I'm watching this, I have to agree. He does look very stiff. He does look very lethargic, right? He does look, very slow. But I believe this is due to the fact that Errol Spence is simply working on things, right? What you see in him doing in training camp and in these clips is strategic. Is Errol Spence working on stuff, right? He's practicing. So he's focusing, he's thinking, he's going through the motions. I think Errol Spence is going to stop Tim Tszyu by the 11th round. I think you're going to see Errol Spence be explosive come fight night. Errol Spence has never been the fastest guy in the world, but when Errol Spence makes his mind up and he comes forward, he lets his hands go. He's quicker than he is fast, right? He's never been twitchy. He's never been. I think the fact that we haven't seen him in the ring for 3 years, and the last time you did see him, he looked very terrible against Terence Crawford. And so because of that, people are looking at the situation. They like, man, you are critiquing every little thing. And if you go back and you look at his past training videos, there's not much difference. It's just that he's thinking his way through because he's being strategic. He's with a new trainer in Ronnie Shields. He's going over things. So he's working his way into it. But when come fight night, you're going to see him put the entire package together. We haven't seen the entire package because they're not showing us the entire package. So come fight night, does he look stiff in these videos? Yes. Does he look lethargic and slow? Yes. But that's because he's working his way through.